What's up guys and girls, in this video I'll be discussing Kratos being sent back in time and blowing the horn. For this video I'm going to go back to the old ways I made my theories, where I make a story and then I explain why I think this will happen, breaking the theory down. If you want me to continue with this style of editing and theory making, let me know, as I think it's more entertaining for you and for me, and actually makes the video a little bit longer because people have really been asking me to make longer videos. The explanation and timestamps are on your screen. Let's get right into it. Clouds form and the ground rumbles. Thor appears. "Who are you?" yells the god of war when Thor suddenly attacks. Kratos defends with the axe and the battle of the gods begin. Thor's power is something Kratos hasn't felt in a long time. The strength and lightning reminds him of another god. The battle rages on, destroying the environment around them. So much worse when Baldur fought. Mountains are being moved, and it seems like Midgard was shifting and shaking. Atreus is trying to hold his own, however, can't stand up because of the destruction and the shaking. During the fight, Thor takes his hammer and tosses it towards the home of Kratos and Atreus, destroying it. Kratos has been holding back the entire time, in his fight against Baldur and this beginning fight against Thor, but no more. The destruction of his home caused a rage not even he could hold back. He built that home for Faye and Atreus, and now it was gone. In a mighty roar, Kratos lunged in the air, eyes flaming. Thor also leaps in the air to face him. With all of their might, Kratos and Thor's weapons clashed so violently the world shook. Midgard felt as if it was collapsing. You can hear the world serpent roar from very far away as the water crashes around Midgard. A blinding white light engulfed the area stretching across. Kratos woke because Mimir pushed him. Mimir said, "Get up, there's something you need to see." Kratos, now leaping up, remembering the battle with Thor, he was now standing on Tyr's temple. He looked around to see that the clouds were dark. Mimir told him to turn around and take a look. Kratos looked over the edge and saw himself in a boat, rowing the boat towards Freya, with an unconscious Atreus in the boat as well. Mimir says, "We've been sent back into the past, from the battle you and Thor had. I don't know where the boy is." Kratos, realizing that Atreus might have been sent back with Thor, they turn to their only option. Mimir says that they should blow the horn, call the serpent and ask if he had seen anything. "It's our only other move." Kratos looks back towards himself, turns around. "Fine," he says, as they begin their search for Atreus. So in this theory, it's what I think could happen if Kratos and Atreus fought Thor. We all know Thor's hammer was mighty enough that when he hit the world serpent, it splintered the world tree, causing the serpent to go back in time.
It is said that when Jormungandr and Thor battle at Ragnarok, their clash so violently shakes the tree of life that it splinters, casting the serpent backward through time, even before his own birth.
The same thing can happen, but send multiple people back in time if it's Leviathan clashing with Mjolnir. In the book, it says that the dwarves created the axe specifically to match the hammer's power to bring balance to the world. If these weapons that can send people back in time if they're used hard enough, they can actually cause some major damage. These weapons, according to the God of War director, said that these are basically like nuclear weapons. If they clash, they can not only splinter the world tree, but probably break an entire branch, sending multiple people through time. According to Corey Barlog, time may play a huge role in the next game. Take a look.
You know, time moves differently in places. I want to dive deep into that, but I don't know if that's setting up things to come or...
Yes, it is.
That's what I figured.
So time is going to be pretty relevant in the next God of War game. So here is a question. If the Leviathan axe is just as strong as Mjolnir, why didn't Baldur get sent back in time when Kratos was fighting him? Well, we learned from the God of War art book that Kratos has been holding back the entire game through God of War 2018. He was worrying about Atreus and wanted to set him down a better path. So yes, Kratos was holding back against Baldur and all of these other figures. but he chose not to go all out simply because he wanted to teach Atreus lessons. And honestly, it made Atreus a better warrior. Mimir says that Thor had hit the world serpent so hard it sent the serpent back in time. Well, if something in this fight would happen that would make Kratos completely rage out, completely just lose track of everything, there might be severe consequences if he uses Leviathan Axe to attack Thor, and Thor might counter with Mjolnir, which we already know can send people back in time as well. It might not even be the house being destroyed that can set him off. It might not be pain that Thor is inflicting onto Kratos. It might be Atreus is getting hurt somehow. That would obviously set Kratos off to protect his son, so maybe a scenario like that would happen where Kratos just loses his mind and completely succumbs to his own anger. We learned in the Lore and Legends book that the house was built because Kratos and Faye were together, and he built this house to keep both of them together, and when Atreus was born, this house served its purpose. In God of War 2018, there was several references made to his house, so probably the home is very, very special to Kratos. I remember when Baldur came as well. He told Baldur like 3 times to leave my home. The home is a very special place for Kratos and Atreus, and of course their mother and wife, Faye. Let me know what you all think about this theory. Let me know if you enjoy the style of theory making where I tell a story and then I explain my theory. I think you guys will really enjoy it, but if you don't, please feel free to let me know in the comments so I can make adjustments. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.